Shovels ready.
A major winter storm is on the way.
I'm tracking a couple passing snow showers today that could slow you down. So I'm taking a look at radar, plus a look at a disruptive system to move in later this week.
Plus a house fire rescue in Stearns County caught on camera.
I can't see.
I got a fire right here. I got somebody inside. I'm trying to get them out.
We hear from the officer who jumped in to save the family.
Former President Jimmy Carter in hospice care this morning. The legacy he's built over decades of service.
I've had an exciting and adventurous and gratifying existence.
It's Monday, February 20th. KARE 11 Sunrise at 6 starts now. Here it comes, Minnesota. The white blob on the radar right there. The first snow of the week hitting the Twin Cities within the hour. And more is on the way here as we brace for a major winter storm.
Yeah, it sounds like we're going to get multiple rounds and a lot of inches of snow by the end of the week. So let's get right to the man of the hour, Guy, with more on timing of this big winter storm.
In terms of timing for what's on the way later this week, it looks like the snow will start tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow evening's drive could be a little slick. Now, Wednesday morning, we're already looking at a couple of inches on the ground by Wednesday morning. We'll shut the snow off Wednesday during the day before a heavy round moves in Wednesday evening through all of Thursday. But first today, a quick clipper is going to pass by. This will be very brief, right? About an inch of snow possible this morning. Now, it's a holiday, so hopefully maybe you have the day off. If you don't, expect some minor impacts. Tuesday and Thursday, a significant winter storm again. We'll push through heavy snow, gusty winds. Keep it locked here on KARE 11. We'll be tracking that out and giving you updates as the system unfolds and confidence increases. Cold air will be behind this system. We're already talking about lows, sub-zero, as we get into later in the weekend, closer to the weekend. The weekend looks like we'll warm up. Here's a look at radar right now. You got some light snow showers making their way towards Mankato, Albert Lee, and we'll push through the Twin Cities Metro. I'm timing that out throughout the morning.
Guy, thank you. Roads dry for now, but that's all going to change. And we're also still following this crash. Looks like the tow truck just got to the scene to get rid of this other vehicle that spun around on 35W northbound at 36th Street. Still blocking 2 lanes, but as you can see, roads relatively quiet. Traffic still moving along as it is President's Day. A lot of folks off of work and school today.
And that big story as you wake up this morning, the major storms heading our way here. Snow will start falling today, but make sure you mark Wednesday and Thursday on your calendar.
Not ideal. Yeah, those 2 days are KARE 11 weather warn days, and the time to get ready and prepare for it is right now. Jennifer Austin's live at MnDOT's Plow Station here in Golden Valley with some important reminders if you plan to get out in the snow this week. Hey, Jen.
Yeah, sure thing, Alicia. Jason, MnDOT no doubt is going to be busy this week, but so will I. I need to better prepare my trunk for the storm ahead. I do have some good things in here. Of course, a blanket. We know you've got to have a blanket in your car in case you get stuck anywhere. Got an extra jacket, some extra hats. I didn't realize I had this, but a first aid kit is recommended. Just have one handy in your car in case you're stuck for long periods of time. In addition to all this, though, here's what I should have. We're going to show you the full list here. A car cell phone charger. Important, of course, to have that cell phone charged. Bottled water, snacks, a flashlight with extra batteries, and something to help with traction. So think kitty litter, sand, something like that. An excellent resource for tips on what to pack. State troopers who are out in every storm, sometimes stuck for hours as they have to help drivers. My colleague Megan Reistad got some tips from one of them.
One thing I find very helpful is ice cleats, ice tracks to put on your boots. I mean, you name it, I've got cones, flares.
Do you pack food in your cars in case you get stranded?
You pack your food, you pack the winter survival kit, you bring extra snacks. Chances are it could be several hours, or there's times where you've spent the entire shift and the next day into your squad car.
Something else that's also handy if you have to head out, the 511 app. If you don't have that already, it shows real-time road conditions throughout the entire state if you do find yourself in a position where you have to travel.
I was paying close attention there, Jen, because I need a lot of those items that you have on that list there. Very good advice. Thank you so much.
And if you don't already, today is the day to download the free KARE 11 weather app. You can get personalized forecasts. You can track the snow as it's getting closer to your neighborhood. You can also check out the live radar and get weather alerts sent right to the palm of your hand. It's available wherever you get your apps.
We're also following breaking news out of Ukraine this morning. Just hours ago, President Biden made a surprise visit to Kyiv almost a year after the war between Ukraine and Russia started. This is brand new video here just in this morning of him meeting with President Zelensky. The president tweeted that he met with Zelensky to reaffirm our unwavering commitment to Ukraine's democracy. This week, he's also traveling to Poland.
That's a story we've been following out of Stearns County. A woman is safe this morning after a police officer rescued her from her burning home.
And the entire rescue was captured on the officer's body camera. Cece is here now with more details about this absolutely amazing rescue, Cece.
Gosh, yeah, just an intense and also brave rescue. Check out this body cam footage that we have here this morning. This is Officer Eric Grabmeyer. He was first on scene. Once he found out there was still a woman inside, he went right into action to try to rescue her. He said the smoke was so thick, really, you can see it here, just really low visibility, and it was hard to breathe, so he knew they didn't have a lot of time. The home belongs to Dave and Catherine Dolly. They say their 14-year-old son was up on Sunday when he smelled smoke, and then he woke up his parents. But when officers arrived, his mom, Catherine, was still inside the house. Grabmeyer's body cam shows he was able to reach Catherine on the second floor, putting her on his back and then taking her outside.
This isn't a solo effort at all. And all of us know that we can't do this job without each other. So anybody in my position would have done the same thing, I would like to think. So it was just me last night.
Yeah, great on his end. Officer Grabmeyer and his partner were treated on the scene. Meanwhile, Catherine had to stay the night at the hospital to be treated for smoke inhalation. The family says the fire actually started in the basement from the dryer.
Crazy video, though. My goodness. Glad everyone's okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Cece.
Well, another fire here, this one in Minneapolis, destroying a home and taking the lives of 10 rescue dogs. So sad here. This happened Saturday night on Aldrich Avenue North. Neighbors say the people who lived there operated an animal rescue and fostered several dogs. The two people living inside the home did get out safely. A family, neighbors, and activists got together to remember Ye Zong and call for change. Zong was shot by police in St. Paul a week ago after officers say he threatened people with a knife in an apartment building. Zhang's family says he didn't speak English and was partially deaf and struggled with PTSD. They question why mental health workers were not called to the scene. Community members say they're frustrated dealing with yet another death at the hands of police.
Everybody in this community deserves to have police officers, or deserves to be treated like a human being. We shouldn't be out here. This shouldn't continue to happen.
The officers involved in that shooting are now on administrative leave.
This morning, we're seeing more reaction to the announcement that former President Jimmy Carter is in hospice care. His grandson Jason tweeted this over the weekend, that he saw both of his grandparents and they're at peace and their home is filled with love. President Biden tweeted, "Jill and I are with you in prayer and send you our love. We admire you for the strength and humility you have shown in difficult times." Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock tweeted, "Across life's seasons, President Jimmy Carter, a man of great faith, has walked with God. May he, Rosalind, and the entire family be comforted with that peace." And our own senator, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, said, "Lots of love from Minnesota for the Carters." Over the years, former President Carter made several visits to our state. One of them was for Habitat for Humanity project back in 2010. He and his wife, Rosalind, were here to help renovate and repair more than 24 homes in North Minneapolis and St. Paul's East Side. The Carters spent decades volunteering for that organization. The Carter Foundation is saying thank you for all of the messages of support. They've even started an online board, as you can see, with pictures and well wishes from folks like yourself. And if you want to add one to it, you can find it on their links tab on our website at KARE11.com.
Yeah, lots of love for President Carter here on this President's Day. A quick reminder, today is President's Day. Federal, state, and most city offices are going to be closed, and mail will not be delivered either. But if you're heading into Minneapolis or St. Paul, you don't have to pay for most parking meters.
Well, turning to weather now, this week we're going to see several inches of snow, and Guy's been tracking it as the first round is expected to start in about an hour from now.
Yeah, and this round will be completely different than what's on the way later this week. This is a part of a different system, but yes, this is the start of a snowy week because we have snow showers in the forecast this morning. So let's just jump right to it as we kick off our snowy week. Today, a quick clipper north of 94. We have winter weather advisories. This is for northern Minnesota, where they can see higher amounts, 2 to 5. But that's well north. So if you're watching from northern Minnesota, Alexandria, over towards the Arrowhead, in that area, that's where we can see this clipper move through and probably slow down more people than here in the metro. Now, Tuesday through Thursday, a significant winter storm consisting of heavy snow and gusty winds on the way. I'll be timing that out. That's going to slow down a good amount of folks in the metro and outlying areas as this kind of hits 90% of the state. And cold air will strike Friday morning after on the backside of this big winter storm that's on the way later this week. So here's the snow for today. You have a couple snow showers, quick mover, as things continue to work their way eastward. By around 7 a.m. is when we'll start to see the snow kind of right over metro counties. And then behind it, you'll see another wave of snow that will clip the metro a little bit later this morning by about 9, 10 a.m. after this first round kind of moves on out. So we can expect about an inch or less for metro counties with these small snow showers that are going to just kind of pass on by. We're at 16 degrees, feels like 6, cloudy skies. Here's the next 12 hours. Snow 7, 9, 11. We shut the snow off. Today's quiet after the little bit of snow showers, quiet and mild. Tonight, same thing. Quiet, temperatures in the teens. Tomorrow morning for the morning drive, looks to be quiet. The evening drive tomorrow, not so much. Snow moves in tomorrow afternoon, and then Wednesday p.m., another round. So we have weather-worn days Wednesday and Thursday. Stick with us here as I continue to track this out in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, Guy, Jason and I were just saying grocery stores are going to be busy.
Bread and
Because
milk.
bread and milk and eggs always gone before a big storm.
I don't get it.
Here you go. Get your groceries today, folks. All right, well, most of us are in the constant search for a really good night of sleep.
But do you go to bed at the same time every night? Not me. Why that's more important than ever, that's coming up in just 3 minutes.
And hey, if you have a blue check mark by your name on Facebook or on Instagram, get ready to pay for it if you want to keep it. How much it could cost to let your friends know it's really you.
And then you got to stick around for this story. A local chef is helping people in Turkey after the massive earthquake there earlier this month. The way he's working to change lives one meal at a time. And I can tell you, Chef Ingram probably not getting a lot of sleep himself. Doing amazing work over there.